Dora Weasel, Goran Mac, Warpcore
Dora
David.
Weasel,
Goran, get that. Warp Core, didn't this guy say the next stream would be on Tuesday? Yeah, there will still be a stream on Tuesday. I said in the Discord that if there was no blog today that I would do a stream. David, Daniel, Mia, how's it going? Lord Bane, Eric. Yeah, I mean we're clearly getting, some new lobby items. Victor, I lied. I know. Terrible. I just woke up. Lord Bane, just gonna roll right into it with no coffee. Neothomist, how's it going? Darth? Why no coffee? It I just didn't go out and start a bot. It's fine. Spencer has too much blood in his caffeine system. Oh no. Where's the Moopsy blog, Spencer? I mean, they've teased, they've teased like Badgie and Moopsy for a while, right? But they wanted to add them in, and if they're not doing a full lockbox here, then adding in some Lobby stuff makes sense. I'd say let's see what happens tomorrow. How's the real life going with a new member of the house and selling the fruits of the gambling? It's been going fine. Casual Sunday stream, yes. You like the Da Vinci tough little ship? Indeed it is. So let's head in game here. Go. The Typhoon trait will... I think tomorrow we might get a blog for the new lobby items, because they're doing a Direct to Infinity edition for this lower deck stuff, and every time they've done that in the past, they also put in some lobby items. And today they teased a Mark Twain outfit. So this is an outfit that you should be able to pick up in the lobby store. I would imagine. That's my prediction. And I think there's a couple other pieces that they have not teased yet. So yeah, for those of you that want that Mark Twain appearance like you saw in Lower Decks, you're going to be getting it. David? Okay. I'm gonna just post up some DOFs here quick. There will probably be some ground items, but I would expect, there will be a few cosmetics. In the past, they've even done traits with some of this stuff, so we'll find out. Fed, crit chance, and severity rare DOFs are 30 mil a pop right now. Damn. That's... We're gonna go in and undercut that market. Let's just flood it. These will all be undercut by the end of the day. Not by the end of the hour. 17-1, how's it going, man? I'm just gonna post these all up. They're all gonna bounce back, but I will set the new price on the market. There we go. Like a boss. Going. Just sold 20 keys and bought a good day to die, an elite captain token, and still have about 100 mil left over. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely more efficient for a lot of items like the some of those elite tokens to just buy the keys, sell them on the exchange, and buy with EC off another player. I haven't heard anything about legendary ships. I don't know if we're gonna get a legendary ship this year. Market manipulation to lower prices for the masses? Yes. Can you believe it? Um, I don't know if they'll do that, Vice. I think they still want to keep this pure Star Trek. At this point, I have no idea when the next Muds bundle will be. Yeah. They've given us a lot this year. And I had a Liberated Borg Juggernaut cell. Very nice. Check something quick. On that price. Yeah, let's get some gambling in. Yeah, it feels like it's just a matter of time for like a crossfield refit to show up in a month's bundle. You know, and now that we're getting a ship that is basically the Kirk, I could see them, you know, going back. What year was the crossfield refit released? Hold on. Gamble, yeah, I'm gonna gamble here in a moment. I just am wanting to look at something. Copy new one. Original source, clear. Do lockbox promo. Source. Make sure it's still only lockbox promo. Okay. So I mean, there are still a few old ships that have never been put into Muzz bundles, but those ships sort of are not great nowadays. I mean, other than the Zentaur, you know, the Anorax is really outdated. That ship, they need to just go in and give that thing a commander temporal. Doesn't make much sense for it to not have temporal. The only reason it doesn't is because it was put into the game before temporal existed. Um, May of 21. I'll get caught up on chat here in a moment. But if they continue the trend this year of doing, you know, disco themed Muds bundles, what is that? That's Crossfield Refit. Anyway, the Courage isn't in one yet. The Kirk. Like if they were to go through and do the 2021 disco ships that are still remaining, I mean, there's a chance. And the refit is certainly old enough at this point to be in a Muds bundle. I'm not gonna say, you know, no or yes or no, but it does seem rather likely that it's going to happen at some point. Guide to Captain spec skills, but not which spec is best or even combos. Oh, the issue with that, sorry, is you get all of them, you know, eventually. Like the thing with the specializations is you get all of them. It's just a matter of how long you you play that character. Brian, how's it going? P6 ship for beginners. Oof, the Gagarin's a pretty solid entry ship. The If you want something with hangar bays, the Cardassian flight deck carrier, the Gamora, is it? Legendary Gagarin, yeah, that'd be nice. Hydras, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of ships that are good for someone just getting into things. The Lexington, the Hydra, the Atlantis. Yeah, I agree, Stu. Yeah. I just don't think they'd put the Mirror Warship and the Refit in the same bundle. I think they'd want to spread them out. Cryptic is still in charge. I don't like recommending the Arbiter much anymore because I recommend the Legendary Battlecruiser bundle a lot, and the Legendary Battlecruiser bundle is giving you a much better version of the Arbiter, and you're getting, a really good trait with the Legendary also, along with the Arbiter trait. Asgard, Robert, Scotty, X Jim. Nice, Shadwick. Okay, go back over to this character. I mean, the Hydra and Lexington you can set up for beams and cannons. Like, the thing is, if a platform is good for do, it's going to be fine for either beams or cannons. People often attribute the Hydra as being a cannon ship and the Lexington as a beam ship, but they can work either way. What's... Hold on, I'll beg Spencer to explain the lifetime sub benefits on PC for you. Did I miss a question about the lifetime? Yeah, with the lifetime sub, you get 500 Zen a month. So if you buy the lifetime sub during a 50% off sale, that's 150 bucks. And after 2.5 years, it pays itself off. But that is a long term, investment commitment to the game. Yeah, Legendary Adventure is great starter ship, but that is an expensive entry. Does the expose on command spec work for torps from your pets? And does the pilot spec wingman look for pets? I don't have answers to those questions. Okay. What are deltas at? We haven't had a promo drop in a while. Holy, 25 mil per? That is ludicrous. Yeah, that ain't worth it. What are other duty officer packs at? We need a promo. We need a promo event stat. Those are some ridiculous prices. Okay, forget that. Keys are up a little bit too. Yeah, keys are up a smidge also. Kurt, how's it going? Oh, 40 master keys. Yeah, the legendary Gal X that you get from that bundle, that's not bad. That is a good ship. Yeah, 40 mil for Delta's Kraust. I know, that is pain. Absolute pain right there. Firebrand. Yeah, you get a lot of unlocks with the lifetime sub. Absolutely. Okay, what do I rip open here? Am I going Borg, Safe Galaxy, or Infinity? What do you guys want me to do? I need to open on a different character, though. Whichever I go with. I'm not opening last gen. Lazarus, how's it going? Undecided what ship to get with the event campaign. If you're stuck between, you know, like 2 or 3 decisions, go for the one that would be the most expensive for you to obtain normally. So if there's like a promo ship, you know, just get that, because that's promo ships are harder to get than lockbox ships. Whichever is the least profitable and therefore the most painful for me. Wow. I'm detecting some hate there. Or Victor, that's not a market I've paid much attention to recently, but I think like 20 to 30 mils common for those nowadays. But we'll just rip all of them. Okay. If that would have been a T6 ship, that would have been amazing. Okay. So let's add that up. I spent basically, what was that, like it was 490? I think it was somewhere right around that. 490 mil. I think it was 480, 490, somewhere around that. I got 220 Lobi. The value of that, depending on what I use it on, that's going to be rough. So let's just say I go for something good long term and I get like 500k per Lobi. That's 110 mil that knocked off. I got 2 Watcher Bridge Officers. Those are 40 mil. 20 mil pop. I got 2 Liberated Borg Specialists. These range from 80 to 100 mil per. So let's just err on the low side of that. So the rest of the stuff here, the R&D packs, if I sell those during an R&D weekend, those are 2.5 mil per. So that's 25 mil. I did not get any space trait boxes. Yeah, I mean, overall, you know, I probably lost like 100 mil on that out of 40. But I am going to rip open these Liberated Borg Doffs. The first is a 13. That's a big middle finger from the game right there. Give me a good number, game. I get screwed over. It happens. It happens. Let's see. What is 13 worth? Engineering, fabrication. These fabrication engineers, I mean, they're worthless. 5 mil. The thing is, I can put this up for 5 mil. It's not going to sell. It's bad. We'll put it up for 5. If one of you wants it, there you go. What's the 25 worth? The 25 is worth more, but it's not enough to redeem it. Avrod, how's it going? Chosen. I mean, I got a few weapons out of it, but the weapon packs are... Not going to be worth a ton. Okay, let's open these as Agony. If I can get a like an Agony Omni, that would redeem it all. I'm grasping at straws here, okay? I think Agony weapons are not good, but people still pay a ton for them because they don't understand the tooltip on it is lying to them. Yeah, I did get a couple of assignments. This is what desperation looks like? Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Okay. Will the game be nice and give me some omnis? Find out soon. Opening weapon packs is still just a fun experience. Okay. Nope. No luck. Alan, how's it going? Yeah, I can't imagine how the console markets are. But there's just a lot of things that I could never do over on console. Oh, it's fine. I am not worried. I got plenty of VC left in my name. Berto, how's it going? Yeah, I can imagine. I hate in this game that when I leave a TFO, my cooldowns are still here. I was playing with this build last night, and abilities that I used last night, like 9 hours ago, are still on cooldown. Like, why doesn't this stuff reset when I leave the map? Trekkie, how's it going? Never found Borgdorf you needed. I need to get a 32 for this build, KDF 32, but I will wait for the price to come down on that. Unlikely allies, I don't recall. Bird of decapitation. This is the Talaru Intel Carrier Warbird. What's nice about this ship is you can do Romulan drone ships on it, but I am going to use the Elite Type 7s because the debuff they provide is just absolutely nuts. This is like a solo ISC build. This is basically just copying what I could from Parrot's Nebula build or Terran Monitor build over in the builds Discord, just to try and apply it to the Talaru with what I had available. This character is missing some key items, like I don't have a Mickey Raider on this character. We have a Lobby sale coming up in a couple days. I'll probably just grab one then when they go cheaper on the market. I'm missing that right now, and I'm missing a Doth. So I just went in with what I had available, and it's a fun little different build. Just made Mirror Curlin nice. How do I recommend that new players earn EC? You have to stick to the basics as a new player because anything that is more complicated than the basics, like Tour the Galaxy, selling bridge officer manuals on the market, anything more complicated than the stuff that is widely known, as soon as more than a few people do it, they'll kill the market. Um, I've had a video idea that I've held off on doing now for like a year and a half, 2 years, in which I went out and I made 2 billion EC. I went from 0 EC to 2 billion, and the route that I did so was by farming a specific duty officer. The issue is the reason I haven't went and made that a public video yet is because me alone, just me farming that duty officer, oversaturated the market. And I don't want to push something out there without, some very big disclaimers on it. Um, where, if more than one person does this, like, no one's going to profit from it. That's the issue with a lot of these EC generation methods in Stow, is they're so niche that if they're out there, if more than a handful of people know about them, they're dead. They're no longer EC generation methods. You mentioned fleet DOFs in the Discord, and suddenly all DOFs are completely saturated. Yeah, that really is the issue. Is like there's not enough activity in the game right now, especially with the fractured player base between the platforms, that there's not enough for a ton of people to go in and do these niche methods. Look at what happened when I talked about DOF packs. I talked about fleet support DOF packs, the Romulan DOF packs being profitable. What happens? The market for them is gone. I mentioned Deltas being profitable. I've got plenty of members only videos where I show me making a lot of money off of Deltas. Deltas, that entire market is just absolutely screwed. Like, the issue is outside of those really basic methods like Tour the Galaxy, marauding, to farm contraband, anything that is more complex that involves use of the exchange or something you acquire with Zen, as soon as it's something people know about, that method's destroyed. And some of these methods are permanently destroyed as soon as they're known. So I can tell you some of the ways that I make EC, but as soon as I say that, and more than just me is doing them, they're no longer going to work. That's the issue. We just don't have enough people in the game. And that's why, the comment about um more whales and not as many newbies anymore, that's absolutely true. That's why they're giving us so many events, so many free ships this year, is because they want to make the game more accessible to those players that are not wanting to put money in, so that are new to the game. And I would expect with Deca, we'll probably see them trying to attract people back into the game again. There's a lot of work for them to do in that regard. A big issue for a lot of people is, once you finish your reputations, what the hell is there to do? So not only is there the event stuff, the free ships they're doing, but they also need to look into making more engaging long-term content. The battle zones need to be revisited. They need to be made harder. We could probably use OBS disconnected. Did you guys lose me? Okay. But we need content that is harder. We need content that is longer. We need content that just engages people again. Do I think Decker will change aspects of the game Cryptic didn't want to? Yeah, I'd expect that. Yeah, I mean, STO could certainly use more advertisement. Cut out for a couple seconds. Yeah, reminder too. On the topic of whales, if any of you are buying Zen, there's Zen sales on most platforms right now. I don't think there's one on Arc yet. I'm gonna check right now. No Zen sale on Arc yet. But there is Zen sales on Steam, Epic, and console running right now. So if you guys want to take advantage of them, now is a good time to do so. And if, of course, if you're buying through the Epic Game Store, whether it be STOZen or literally anything else through Epic, please use code CasualSAB at checkout. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm going to warm up now with a solo ISC and just see how hard I fail with this Talaru. Yeah, only buy through Epic if you actually have an account linked to Epic. If you don't have a linked account, don't buy through there. I've had a couple people reach out that missed that memo, and they ended up buying Zen that they couldn't access, and Epic has a policy of no refunds for the Zen there, so you're then stuck in the process of doing a chargeback. So be very careful. Epic partner. It's in the description. Yeah, I think the Borg TFOs from way back could definitely use some attention. Yeah, indeed, Eric. Steven, how's it going, man? Nice.
The situation.
Yeah, still tanking is rough. You have to start the game through Steam, and then when you're like in the window to buy Zen in game, it should show you it's Zen charge bonus, not a sale. Yeah, I'm in the Talaru. This game is from 2010. I mean, they've done well. Some of these newer maps look really good.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
Target shield has failed. 4 shields failing. Hull
I'm messing up already.
rear shields failing.
I messed up. That's the first time I've died at the start with this.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Oh no, I can't get out of the map. Casual, I know. The first time I would die with this build would be on stream, of course, like right at the start. Yeah, this game is really old, but I mean, look at what they've done with the newer maps. The newer maps look fine. You see, this is what sucks. Like when doing these solo infecteds, like I have a 5-minute cooldown. If I want to be able to go back in and give that another try with this build at 100% peak performance, I have to wait 5 minutes. And you know, for anyone that's ever done, you know, any coordinated runs, you know how much of a pain this is. Steven and Chiaps are both here in chat. They've seen the wonders of, oh, we need to restart this instead of finishing it. And then we have to wait 5 minutes. Like I just, it should be the Fed one for 5 mil, or no, it was the KDF. It was a KDF for 5 mil. Do Hydra or Lexington have Battle Cloak? No. Or the Hydra has, I think, isn't it an innate cloak? But it's just the normal cloak, which sucks. Using the dude, so Agony sucks. It's Agony is fine. It's just that the proc on it is misleading you. This is the Kelvin Timeline Talaru Intel Carrier Warbird. This is a ship you can get on account-wide unlock through the Muds Into Darkness bundle whenever that comes back into the store. So with that, when you pick the Calvin Timeline Starships option from that, you're getting the Calvin Constitution, the Talaru, and the D4X from that one selection in that bundle. So I went for that, the Heavy Destroyers, and the Vulcan Experimental Scout Vessel for my 3 picks there from that pack. Most people go for the Vengeance instead of this, but yeah, pen weapons are perfectly fine. I failed to mention in that video that pen does fall off once you're over 140 debuff on a foe. It falls behind a damage or crit D modifier, but realistically, most people are nowhere near that in the content they do, especially solo. What is the best phasers for ships? I mean, I would go if I'm building a ship right now, it's either going to be sensor linked or radiolytic. And for me, with my builds typically sitting at around 100% crit chance, I would go for sensor linked because when you're at like that really high crit chance level, your crit severity is basically cat 2. So when you average out the radiolytics, they have a quarter uptime on their damage buff. So that's 25%, right? Let me pull that up just to make sure I'm looking at the right number. Or is it 30? 30%. So that averages out to 7.5% cat 2 for the radiolytic weapons. Whereas the sensor linked, those are plus 2% crit severity per weapon. And if I'm at 100% crit chance, that basically means that that's 2% cat 2. So as soon as I'm running 4 sensor linked on a build with that 100% crit chance, I already am getting the same buff that the radiolytics would be providing on average, except the sensor linked are buffing my crit severity, which means the entire build benefits. So sensor linked versus radiolytic just depends on where you're at crit chance wise. If you're sitting at 40% crit chance, you'd be looking at things a little bit different and probably lean more towards the radiolytics. But if you're doing the really high end, builds with all the crit chance, then sensor linked starts to make more sense. It just really depends where you're at. The Vulcan Scout vessel comes with the Kelvin quad torpedoes, which are really fun visually. They're not great. They're just reskins of the Kelvin photons, but they look really cool. Yeah, this is a Kelvin Romulan ship. Yeah. What ship bundle do I recommend? Legendary Battlecruiser during a sale. Yeah, 99% of players aren't running at 100% crit chance. Absolutely. Absolutely. Any idea when the next regular 75% mud sale is? Probably, if I had to guess, probably around Black Friday. No, crit D falls into cat 2. Your crit chance and severity fall into the cat 2 portion of the calculation. Biomass ship for tanking build bowl. So you're talking about the Undine Kawavi. The Kawavi is a very good tank platform. It's able to run pilot abilities also, so you can do Cold Hearted without using Ox to Bat. We used to use it all the time. Let me check. I like the wide arc phasers. I haven't been running them on every phaser build recently, but I think they're nice. The special effect they have is pretty good. Yeah, I would expect at the latest we'll get a Muds bundle sale Black Friday or during the end of the year Christmas sales that they do. So that 13 is the KDF one at 5. Do you need a KDF one? It's this KDF one at 5 mil. The other two at 5 are fed. The shield definitely seems to be worth it on an AP tank build. Um, the other parts are going to be a bit more iffy. Some people have seen pretty good results out of it, some haven't. I like that Talaru bundle, but I'm waiting for the D7 flight deck carrier. Yeah. I want to get to that, the Bottle Sentry, the Jovian. Get them all on account unlock. Yep, it's the cheapest KDF one there. Okay, I'm going back to ground. Let's give that another shot. Wanna show this build off, but I need to not fail. Yeah, I would say at the worst we're like 2 months away from a Muds bundle sale, because I would imagine they'll do one with Black Friday. Or they may just put in a new Muds bundle at Black Friday. I mean, either way is possible. We did get a Muds bundle sale the past 2 years during the Christmas end of year sales, so we'll see. But at this point, some of the bundles I had intended to buy, I no longer have an interest in. The only way that I would buy them is if they do a 75% sale, which I don't think they'll do. Yeah, it starts Tuesday.
You will become one with the Borg.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Die the simulators. Okay, there they are. They were just a bit slow to die. Not the best start.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them!
4 shields failing. Rear shields failing.
You will be Borg.
Right shield failing. Left shield failing. Four shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Thing with using backstep from the burn is that it bugs out like that right there. First thing about it.
Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%.
All my cooldowns are screwed right now.
Resistance is futile.
Failing. Rear shields failing. Right shield failing.
Yeah, not the best run for me. Rip. I got myself with a grav torp. No. Unfortunate.
Is under attack. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Nice. Thank you, Sora. Jay, how's it going? I'm flying the Calvin Talaru. It's a solo ISC like EPG type setup. I died. But with the solo runs, when you're really pushing them, basically as soon as you die, you just leave and restart. Yeah, I nuked myself with the grav tort. Yeah.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
But you see, this is what sucks is I want to go in, try to do stuff like that, especially like I was going in, I finished putting this build together last night with the pieces of it that I had, and I'm trying to go in and do some solo attempts, and then each time I come back out of the map, I gotta wait 5 minutes for stuff to cool down. It's just such a stupid mechanic. You know, in other games, when you leave the map, you know, when you leave the content, your abilities reset so that they're good to go the next time you go in. But in this game, they don't. Yeah, I don't have the plasma tornado on this character yet. I'm going to get it on Tuesday. I'm gonna wait. There's gonna be a Lobby sale on Tuesday, so I'm gonna wait for that, and then I'll grab one that's cheaper on the market. How much crit chance and severity do I have on this just sitting here? 38.7 crit chance, 170 crit severity, so pretty low. It is in muds, but I have no interest in buying the DS9 bundle. Now, you know, again, if they ever did a 75% muds bundle sale, which I do not expect, to be clear, I would probably go in, whale in and buy a bunch of the bundles that I previously wasn't considering. But till they do that, there's a lot of those mods bundles that I just am no longer considering. Yeah, cooldowns, yeah. Okay, so that's enough of me doing the solo right now. Let's do some actual TFOs here. Typically the Maquia Raider and most of the Lobby ships are going under 200 lately. Martin, I don't have most of the mods bundles. I've got the Dread Through the Ages. I've got Sealing Time. I've got the Carrier one, Into Darkness, and I think those are pretty much it. Yeah, if they could put those bundles in at a more reasonable price point, I would buy more of them. Like I would probably, if there was a 75% sale, I'd probably go for like In Command. Get me the Voth Rampart, the stone a ship from that has kick 'em while they're down, and I mean, I could get a Cheshire there or the Section 31 Command Heavy Battle Cruiser. Good options. The Cheshire is a bit dated. Okay. I'm gonna beam to ground. Yeah, I mean the last Lobby sale I remember seeing there was a couple Lobby ships at 180 million. Which is just ridiculous. Okay. Um You know, enough of me doing solo. Let's do a team one. Infected the Conduit Elite public queue. Yeah, I saw that, Martin. Beautiful picture. Thank God Spencer has finished playing with himself. Wow. But yeah, playing with that build, I mean, I still have some room to figure things out, but got a decent number up on the table. I think I could beat that with the Torp still, but the EPG stuff, it's just in that environment with the Vovin console, it's pretty crazy. Sandor, thanks for stopping by. Decided to get the World Razor. The World Razor is a really good ship. Is there Science Watcher Bridge Officers? Yes, there is. Yep. There's Science, Inge, and TAC. Low
The
Chiaps.
situation is grim.
Yeah, so I've got Watcher, Pack, Engine side buffs here. That make rich. SROs,
Ship is under attack.
SROs are still better if your crit chance is high.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
4 shields failing. Target shield has failed.
Look at how much laggier this is in a team environment, you know, versus what we just saw in the
Below 75%.
solo there.
4 shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available. The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them.
Whoa. Just got double jumped back there.
Integrity below 50%.
Effects are disappearing because of all the stuff going on.
The probe is closing in on the transformer. Destroy it.
Isolation.
This is where I need to grab well over here.
4 shields failing. Rear shield.
I could not. I REA'd myself. No. Yeah, you gotta be very careful with REA and Gravtorp on the same build. It can be a very rough experience.
Target shield has failed. 4 shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
All those torps are gonna nuke me. No, as soon as I hit it, I knew I was screwed as soon as I hit that. REA.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been destroyed. However,
Terrible. That was a bit rough for me. Want to buy a piece like you. Low gamma. Terran Emperor, that depends on how many isomags you can slot versus locators. But generally the isomags went out even at a lower crit chance rating. Have I ever flown ISC before? Yes, I have, Gamma. That felt terrible. Like, look at how different that felt compared to the solo, you know, with the smoothness level. Play. Got 2 stacks of continuity here. That shouldn't be a thing. I don't recall seeing that. I haven't run temporal second or temporal primary in a while, but I'm pretty sure continuity shouldn't have 2 stacks like that. Pretty sure that's one of my highest DPS scores in an energy weapon build, and I was using rapid fire too. Yeah, the servers can be rough. Okay, let's go to ground and see. This is what sucks. If I want to have my anti-time, my refracting, 5-minute cooldown. Get through the content, you know, really fast, and then get stuck dealing with that long cooldown. Okay. I'm thinking a cure found. Someone's probably going to ask, Spencer, why do you play the board queues? Because they're the good ones. I don't really care about the time-gated stuff. Yeah, the server, it's extremely frustrating. Extremely frustrating to do those really high-end runs because the servers are abysmal. Okay, so this is a run from not too terribly long ago, and I forget what the issue here was. 6-second sphere delay. Okay, so after the transformer and the gens died, it took like six seconds for agony to go off on the gens. Like after the target the agony was used against died. Like it's rough when you're trying to do something that fast and the server just does not want to cooperate. It's extremely frustrating. You know, again, let's go back and look at this. So I have agony on the transformer, which is supposed to distribute the damage to all nearby enemies, so it should be hitting those generators. I take the transformer out at 56 seconds here, and those generators, they don't die until minute 1, so like 5-6 second delay there. Okay, cure found popped. Like, you want to know why, you know, like DPS players complain about server performance so much is because you're trying to do something time compressed, and then that's what you encounter. I on the Vovin, I don't remember what I had.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Oh no, I thought I had. No, I don't know what I just agonied.
Target's shields have failed.
We are aboard. Surrender your vessel.
Yeah, everything's pretty much dead, so all's fine.
Target's shields have failed.
Yeah, I just died before I could do anything. I have no maneuverability right now. Okay.
Four shields failing.
Oh, the stuff on the left side is not actually.
You will become one
Target's
with
shields
the Borg.
Four shields failing.
Haven't the servers always been abysmal? Yeah. It's been up and down over the years. Is Gamma? I don't think Gamma's in most of the servers anymore. I think Gamma got banned from a few. Rubica, how's it going? Do I think the months bundles will ever return again? I do think either Black Friday or the end of year winter Christmas sales that they do. I'm using no, I thought I am using Temporal Primary. But for me, I have my Vovin console set up so that I can if I am just in any way like pointed towards an enemy, I can just D-click and self-target, and I can use it without actually teleporting, which I discussed in the Vovin Credence meta breakdown video I did. You do a little gambling with YouTube viewers? Go for it. Right, how's it going? Dan? Cyrus, how's it going? Yeah, so right now I'm just in a Talaru like solo EPG type build here. That's just abusing the Vovin console quite a bit. Works really well. Martin, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Very much appreciated. Thank you, man. Rachel? Six? Doing good? Thank you for watching. Yeah, this is a very heavy uncon build. You've got jam targeting. I think it's like 7 uncons on this. And then the Vovin, backstep. Like, it's just very uncon heavy. Again, Martin, thank you. Yeah, I need to update the list again. Scotty gifted 5 yesterday. I had a few other join. The Scimitar is a great ship. Yeah, the Scimitar, I just wish there was a better version of it. I did get a really good Scimitar picture the other day. I want to show that here. Yeah, I thought this was a good Scimitar picture. Yeah, there's a legendary Scimitar, but it hasn't aged very well. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can swap over to it right now. I think you guys have seen this this Talaru setup. This Talaru setup is based on what Parrot has been doing over in the builds Discord with their Nebula, and a bunch of other science carriers. So if you go to EPG builds over in the builds Discord, Parrot's got like some really interesting solo ISE builds posted. And the Terran Monitor. Who the hell would have thought a year ago that the Terran Monitor would be the top solo ISC ship up on the table? Who would have thought that would ever happen? But yeah, Parrot's doing some interesting things. They've done almost, they've done over 1.5 million DPS solo with one of these builds. Yeah, I mean, they're basically just using the weapon slots for stat boost. They're stat sticks, basically. Yeah, it's just the EPG stuff with the Vovin and all the uncon you can do. It's really good right now. And the Talaru, I think, is good. I think the Talaru has a bit of capability here, but I am missing out on an extra console that the Terran Monitor has. And the Terran Monitor having that Lieutenant Command attack means it can do attack Power and Omega, and you can do Assault Formation Theta to get some extra crit severity through the Revolutionary set. He changed a couple of things, yeah. I know Parrot is constantly tuning this. NeoJet, I know you've been doing this stuff too. Yeah. Basically a copy of yours. Yeah, Sora. What I recall. Yes, the likes are appreciated. For getting level 4 in 6. Yeah, that is a good duty officer to have. I think I have it on right now. Temporal Agent Barrett. Yeah, I mean that's just 5% extra XP. Absolutely worth it. Now, this thing here, this is completely unrelated, but this other consultant I have on, the bonus Fleet Marks one, you would think that this would be really good, but the fun thing with this duty officer is it doesn't give you bonus Fleet Marks if the Fleet Marks are from a box. So any mark box that gives you Fleet Marks, you're not getting anything out of this duty officer. How stupid is that? Okay, the scimitar popped up, so let's hop on over to that. Yeah. Let's do a Kittimer Vortex Elite public queue. Trades look fine. She's a Predator on. Yeah. Yeah, let's take the scimitar out. I think, you know, a Cardassian faction would be interesting, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be any more factions anytime soon. I would not be surprised if we never see another faction put into the game. I do wish we had a better scimitar. This scimitar isn't bad, but it just, you know, against other offerings, it just hasn't aged very well. Yeah, I've tried a torp setup on the sticks and on the friendship, but I was having so many activation issues, I got frustrated and gave up. It was very frustrating. With those builds, you really need everything to work, and it just was not cooperating. I just Vovin jumped and didn't actually Vovin. Again. Go servers.
Drones are headed for the time vortex. Stop them.
service did not feel great today.
Fourth probes are approaching the time vortex.
Yeah, make sure we're not letting anything through. Oh, there's nobody on the other side. Rip. I need to turn and go deal with those. I am fractured, of course.
Fourth probes are approaching the time vortex.
We might fail this one. That was close. Very, very close. I'm just gonna start working over here. Miracle Worker and Intel. I basically want a Vodwar Juggernaut in a Scimitar skin. That's what I want.
We're picking up some. I know the.
Stuff activate today? Jeez. Just feel like stuff doesn't want to go off on the build. I don't know how apparent this is to people, but it's just like stuff is constantly stuttering. Too close, I know.
Resistance is futile.
The scimitar has been destroyed, but sensors detected.
Yeah. What's the fastest way to get specialization points? Just spam content, spam patrols, especially the patrols people use to level ships. Ninth Rule, Search and Rescue, Argala, you know, especially any wave ones, which is the first two there. Those are really good. Yeah, it just... The server performance does not feel good. Like, I think part of it is just how long the activation time is on some of these abilities. I wish they would just go through and lower the activation times on basically anything that is over half a second. Some of these abilities, they just have such a long activation time that they just completely stall out everything on your build. The Credence console, the lithium, whatever off that. The issue with that is you hit that's a 2-second activation. If your weapons come up for another firing cycle during those 2 seconds, they have to wait until after that console is activated. It's just the activation times in this game suck. It's really frustrating. Do a hive? Yeah, Admiralty's also good for grinding up spec, yeah. Scimitar is a great ship. I do wish we had a better version. Like I said, give me a Vaudoir Juggernaut with a Scimitar skin. Hive is scary. Very scary. We can do a Hive, which popped immediately. Okay. The issue is right now is like the ideal spec combo is Miracle Worker Intel for a ship for new builds, but they can't make everything Miracle Worker Intel. And the only reason we want Miracle Worker is because of the extra console. Like the Miracle Worker abilities themselves, they're not that great. I just have Intel Pilot Temp Op left. Which should I fill out first? Intel does have flanking for space on the right side if you're using it as your primary, but Temporal Operative is good for both space and ground. So, do you want to prioritize just space right now, or do you want something that's going to benefit you on both? Yeah, clearly the only reason I want Miracle Worker is the extra console slot. If it was not for that console slot, I would probably, want another Command Intel ship or a Temporal Intel. Glad that video was able to help you. There you go, Warp Core. Hopefully that was insightful.
I am perfection.
Oh, I'm on the wrong specializations. Oh no. I'm still on the specs from that EPG build, I just realized. Oh boy, I'm screwed me. No boiler proc there. Positioning is terrible.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
I'm getting really screwed over with Boimler.
4 shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Got feedback up for the next 10 seconds. I got decloaked. Okay. Oh, she's dead. Okay. Really wish the command seat was on the side seat.
This is not the end.
Draco, how's it going? Naughty Boimler? I know. Boimler let me down. Yeah, I mean, for most people, basically, yeah, you're just going to ignore the command seat on the Typhoon and just treat it as, you know, just a decent temporal ship. Dark Worker Intel Delkina, I wish. I mean, Terran Emperor, you can also just spam research assignments and get XP from those if you're looking for a paid option. You can literally just spam research assignments endlessly. You can go for the accolades from them that give you some dilithium also.
Your efforts are futile.
But you can,
Destroy
you know,
this vessel, and
just
I
buy
will
those right off the
claim
exchange.
another.
Go after the accolades. That if you're really wanting to rush through your specializations, I've done that before. I remember when I made my first Delta character, I think I burned through like 200 research assignments, like getting that fully taken care of right away. But to be fair, that was a very different time period in the game, and research assignments were still like 1,000,000 per, so they're worth a lot more nowadays. The Ryza kit frame I have not tried out, but I've seen the conversations around it, Guys 12, and basically the issue with the new Ryza kit frame is that it is very effective, but it locks you into building around those kit modules, and there's situations where that may be a good idea, but in general, especially if you're trying to get maximum performance, going with like the older Ryza kit frame and being able to just use whatever the hell you want is going to be more effective for like overall potential. Is the Delkina build different or the same as the last video I put out? You know, I haven't tried the hexacannons on the Delkina with a plasma setup. I do have a phaser build on my Delkina that I used them with, and they did very well there. But I think the plasma bombardier is still what you'd use for a full plasma setup, just because the additional complex procs. What's the verdict on the recent Alliance event set? The shield on an AP tank build seems to be pretty damn good. Nick was getting 100k DPS out of it in some situations. But that's on an anti-proton tank setup, so you have to build into it a little bit. The two-piece, some people might care about. The three-piece, really useful for some support builds. And apparently the damage from the three-piece is also pretty impressive on an APG setup. So I haven't tried that out personally, but some people have had good results from it from what I've heard. Linus, how's it going? Gamma needs a new TFO? Yeah, Swarm is not enough. Need more than Swarm. Yeah, Terran Emperor, I mean, if you're willing to toss money at it, just pick up some master keys, sell them on the market, buy research assignments. And then while you're at it, you know, you can go through and get the accolades for them done. You know, you can have a little goal there to get those all taken care of. I think I've got some of them completed on this character, actually. Let me find. Yeah, so like here on this character, I need to go in and get criticals on some of the research assignments for the mirror one, so I can get this accolade done. Like, you can go in and get that done also while you're, leveling up the character. The Typhoon, I think the new Typhoon's good. It's going to be a really good ship. For a free ship, it's crazy too. I mean, that's basically a promotional tier ship that they're giving out for the event. Let's swap ships again. Go with something different. I had a request recently to pull out the bug ship. I tried to pull it out yesterday. Tried to do a rapid fire setup on it. The rapid fire sucks. Single target abilities, rapid fire, beam overload. I hate using them. They just feel so incredibly weak, but people want them. That's all people want to see. Hurts me. Yeah, the Typhoon is basically equivalent to the Kirk, and it's not that far off the Temporal Light Cruiser, both of which are promo ships. So I've got a Polaron set up on this. I tried the Polaron shunt off the Rex. I'll put it back on for now, but even with Polaron, I was still getting better results out of the phaser hexa cannons. The hexa cannons are just really OP and put most other experimental weapons to shame. Oh, are you kidding? I need to redo that loadout because apparently putting that experimental weapon on bricked. Okay, no, there it is. Oh. It's screwed with the bridge officer setup. Gotta love Stowe. Let's do another infected. I'll pull out the bug ship this time. Public queue infected elite. Bringing out some different ships today. There is a pop, but I almost forgot. Come back to my normal specs. There we go. Yeah, the Typhoon completely free if you play the event. Which again, starts this Tuesday on PC. And for those of you on console, I would expect it in early November.
The situation is grim. All attempts to hail the start.
Aw. Thank you, chaps. I see a Devar. Those are rare. Very rare ship to see. Is the Heritage Bundle pets good? Yeah, they're good damage-dealing pets. Yeah, absolutely.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Warning. Ship is under attack. Warning. Ship
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
shields have failed. 4 shields failing.
I'm really slow to move here.
The nanite probes can repair the transformer. Stop now.
And biological distinctiveness. Bravo.
A probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it.
Rear shields failing.
My weapons did not want to fire there. Not liking that today. Thank you for the friendship stacks and Elite Power Network radar.
Sensors confirmed
Shouts,
that
much
transform-
appreciated. Just a polar on theme build. Yeah, God of War Polaron. It's not the same pets the trait launches. The trait launches the older Valks, whereas the Valors are the newer Mark II or whatever. How's the Agony Redistributor? I mean, if you hit it on the big targets, it can do a lot. Let's see what it did here. So my Agony Redistributor on that starting cube did 247k DPS. My Polaron Shunt Experimental Weapon did 160k. Resonance Shock did okay. My Seal of Lightning, the run was still too slow for me to be running that 3-piece. I shouldn't have run it. Another 72k from Agony there. I mean, I got a good chunk out of it. Yeah, I mean, the legendary Jem'Hadar bug ship, it's a decent little ship. And it's got traits on it that are good for cannon rapid fire and all the specialization firing modes. The only downside is rapid fire and specialization firing modes are all single target, so they don't really compete against cannon scatter volley. But I know people don't like cannon scatter volley and that. Yeah, I had the maelstroms on for the immersion, but the maelstroms didn't really do good. I'm gonna have to get another VOD HC over here. Render, glad you could make it. Is the full VOD War console set worth having on the VOD War Juggernaut? Only for a theme build. Only for a theme build. Most of the console sets out there are pretty much only for theme builds. Yeah. Indeed, Stu. Yeah, the Maelstrom did really bad there. It's time to go back to pure do. I don't think I have another VOD cannon on this character, though. Don't see one here either. Happy Mortal, you know it. This is the place to be. Yeah, Lazarus, for the flagship TAC computer console, yeah, that's a hard lockout. No, the Maelstrom's good. The Maelstrom's good. It's just that when you get to a certain performance level, the Maelstrom doesn't keep up for do builds. When you're on a do build that is really well hasted and in a very time compressed environment like Infected, the Maelstrom can fall behind. Does the Vaudouar Polaron Cannon Barrage do damage? It does, but it's not that much from what I recall. The Trifluoride would run into the same issue. It's... I think for 99.9% of people, you're fine to leave your Maelstroms on. Yeah, that's true. You can still get it down from the 2-minute to the minute lockout, but there is a limitation with flagship TAC computer. Ship would be fun with 7 turrets. I think I have another DHC somewhere. Their SOB might have it. Got phased puller on here? Oh boy. Oh boy. Don't know what character I would have tossed those weapons on. Turret and Torp build with the Typhoon. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting options there. Where did all my Vaudwar Polarons go? Did I miss a question about lobby ships? Do I think we will see a Gamma recruitment event this year? Most likely. When was it in the past couple years? I gotta look. See a wiki. I don't really pay much attention to the recruitment events anymore, and I should. But if we look here... Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we had one pop up next month then. Last year they did it October 12th through the 2nd. I could see them totally doing another Gamma recruit event next month. Yeah, SCM was retired. We're using Oscar or CLA nowadays. Just depends on the build. Dan, you can literally use whatever like type of energy weapon variant you want, and so long as you're using the consoles corresponding to that damage type, you'll be fine. You can do Herald AP, you can do a Rainbow AP build. Hell, you know, we used to be very negative about Rainbow builds in general in this game, but you can totally do a Rainbow build now. So long as you have like the cannon consoles or the beam consoles, like you could put together a Rainbow cannon setup and do perfectly fine. As for uncons, you know, that's build dependent. Right now, I've got Tractor Beam, Clean Getaway, and Viral Impulse Burst on this build, so only 3 uncons. The Scimitar that I was on before did have more. Let me swap back over to it so I can show. And no problem, yeah, if anyone has questions about Oscar, there is an install guide up on the channel. Is the Ball Sentry ship a good ship to fly? Plenty of people enjoy it. I have not personally flown it. I'm waiting for the Disco Inferno mods bundle before I pick it up. So if I pop back into that Scimitar that I was in before, that had a few more uncons. Why is he such a grouch? I ain't had coffee. So on the Simi build, I've got Viral, Ionic, Tractor Beam, Jam Targeting, Scramble, and Gravel. So six total on the Scimitar build I was running. Yeah, I think it's time to pull something different out. Is it? It's not in the store right now. Torpedoes haven't really been nerfed. Torpedoes are still extremely, extremely effective. The only reason we're not using them at the high end right now is just because they're a pain. Like it's just the RNG of running with a torp build is just it's rough. and do builds are a bit more capable right now. Torpedo builds are actually still more competitive than people think, though. Torpedo builds can get a lot of overkill. So in a situation where you're able to get huge Maelstrom overkill at the start and end, a Torp build could probably take the top of the table again in ISC. But it's just getting that RNG to line up, making sure that the run is smooth, that it's all clean. It's just such a mess that nobody really wants to go in and bash their head up against the wall, trying to do that for a couple weeks to get the perfect run, especially with the server performance. But torps haven't fallen behind. Torps weren't nerfed. Torps are as capable today as they were a year ago, 2 years ago. And we've also, prior to the Iwani coming out, the torps were the build to go for at the high end for the past like 4 years. So now that we have Do back in and being capable, people want to focus on Do again rather than going and dealing with more Torp stuff. Okay, so this is an Immersion build. It sucks. It's Phaser Beam Overload. I'm going to show you guys how glorious it is in Nargala. Yeah, Dude's back.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
I should have just popped my buffs early. It was faster. I'm going to save the rest of my buffs for when we get past this initial group. Do I have the Defender ship, the Nidarian Defender? Yes. I don't have an up-to-date build on it, though. People have been really cheesing it up with Rovan.
Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
Activation times, fun. Excelsior 2 console plus Beam Overload. Really immersive, right?
Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers. We will not go quietly. You will stand down and surrender to the Benton Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with mold holes and temporary hideouts.
Shields have failed.
We do what we want, where we want. Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
Shields have failed.
I'm taking you with me.
Shields failing. Core shields failing. Target shields have failed.
That's got them.
There we go.
Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party and take the suspect into custody. Thank you for your assistance.
137
and
seconds.
welcome to this sector.
Bad.
The K's on. We have the suspect in custody.
They weren't nerfed because they are hardly used yet. Even as good as Torps were, not many people actually went in and did Torp builds because of just the complexity. Like, if you want to make a Torp build, that was super effective in that meta, you really wanted to be doing, like, manual keybinds, and people just are not into that. Yeah, I've got the Nidarian Defender, not a Star Wars guy, so do directed energy weapons. The game calls them directed energy weapons in some places. doing randoms the other day, and nearly every single team I ended up with had at least one Endarium. Yeah, absolutely. Any guilty pleasure ship you love to fly that isn't specifically good? The Sovereign. I really like the Imperial skin on the Sovereign. That's the only one that I got a game print 3D print of, was the Imperial skin, where it's the really armored up Sovereign. I love that. Love that skin. I did see, Stu, I didn't see the video, but I did see your thumbnail. You had an Imperial Sovereign skin in that thumbnail. That is a beautiful skin. I got pictures here of my one of the skins you want to get revamped. It's perfect as is. Terrible. It would be interesting to see a modern take on it. With the armored up look on that, yeah. I did a terrible job getting this out of the picture, didn't I? Wow. Look at that green line there. Disgusting. It has a cope cage. Yes, it does. It literally has a cope cage. I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, it's got a cope cage on it. What do you think about overload with bottle weapons with 2 set lobby? They chain to 2 targets. It's overload fought. I haven't messed with that, but yeah, I know some people have had fun with that. Imperial is just Giga Chat. I want full command version. I'd love to have a better Sovereign. We've talked about that numerous times, and unfortunately, my expectation is that with the upcoming Sovereign variant that we're getting, the Voyager A, that's going to be like a science spearhead. You know, that's going to be promo. It's going to be probably a size spearhead. Hopefully, it at least has a good spec combo. Merc worker intel. I could see them doing temp intel. Like, I don't know what the abilities were that were used in the show, but Merc worker intel or temp intel is what I'd want to see. Temp intel just because the MCON access. Otherwise, I mean, command intel is also acceptable to me. Literally any of those combos. But if a ship does not have intel right now, I will just not feel as good about it. Intel, because of OSS, it's a core part of too many of my builds. Yeah, this is just a fun laser beam overload setup. I am trying to use the Excelsior console on it, but the Excelsior console, it's sort of iffy. You have to have a bunch of targets around you. I mean, it's also in the name, Voyager A. I feel that a Voyager ship is going to be a science ship, you know? It's nice to pull out the Excelsior and some of these old Fed cruisers. I mean, beam overload or fall on them, you can have some fun in lower difficulty content. Yeah. Now, I would not take this build into elites, but I can, is that there? Let's see, do I want to go wide angle? I want to go wide angle quantum. Where is it? My correct one? Go. When I go and just want to play around, sometimes I'll pull out like a phaser FOSS setup like this, and I'll just go into lower difficulty content, like normal advanced. The builds like this can just breeze through that content. And the thing is, this build I'm running on this Excelsior, you could pretty much directly copy this over to the Connie 3 or the Legendary Sovereign, because they're all like damn near the same ship. They all have that Merc Worker Pilot combo. Like, you can basically do the same build on all of them. Advanced is like playing with the trainer on? Absolutely. I have no issue with that. I play a lot of single-player games with the trainer on. It's my preferred way to play. Public queue of Cure Found Advanced for anyone wanting to join. You know, I think they've heard that we want the Obina. I feel like if they were to drop that, they'd probably drop that in a higher player count month for better sales. This time of the year always gets a bit quiet in the game. And especially with no new story mission, things are probably going to be a bit quieter than we're used to seeing for a little bit. Things will pick back up, around the end of the year. You're going to support me? Oh, thank you, Chiops. What the hell? I've got the Credence trait on? Oh, no. What am I doing?
Ship is under attack.
Why was I so slow? Where's my fire at will? My weapons did not want to fire there.
Your culture will adapt to service ours.
There we go.
Warning. Ship is
I don't think that would be a free ship. If they do give us an Obina, it's going to be expensive. There we go. Yeah, like when I want to just go in, feel better, feel immersive, just pop into advanced level content with a Fire at Will or CSV build that has the Disco 3-piece on. My Serial Lightning just like nukes everything. So it's fun. It's very immersive. Amir, how's it going? S-Trek? X? Is that Curland? Star Cruiser, yeah, I saw Star Cruiser in there. I would expect to start your adventure on the 17th, but that's not guaranteed. Nick Lorcano looks exactly like Tom Paris. On the topic of events, I haven't done my red alert for today. Special Tholian red alert. Everyone goes to the Borg red alert because they're just used to it. But I don't think people actually realize the Tholian red alert is faster. The Tholian red alert you can get through faster. With an AoE base build. Yeah, everyone defaults to the Borg. It's terrible. left. No. Can't get to it fast enough. One mesh weaver left over there. That was like 20 seconds. How is a Borg red alert faster than that? This is in a fall Excelsior RP build. Make fall great again? Absolutely. You know, I legitimately have a character named that. Make fall great again. It's the truth. We need it. I have a concept of a fall. Oh no, Chiaps. I bet you do. My keybinds are not working here. Terrible. The Borg alert cutscene takes longer on its own. Yeah, fire at will needs to be brought down to 15 seconds minimum cooldown, like all other firing modes, and it needs a better extension trait. Cheops named a ship like they're eating my targs or something the other day. It's terrible. Cheops getting all political. Better extension trait, yeah. I mean, Embassy Plasma consoles they're basically back with the isomag plasma complex plasma fire builds. Like you're not using those, but you're getting the same effect out of the traits basically, where the complex trait is just doing so much damage to everything. God of Rage, the shield is good on an AP tank build. The 3-piece is good on a support build, and apparently some people are getting good results out of the 3-piece on some EPG setups. So the set it's not meta, but it is a new way to approach some builds. Using the failing survey reminds me of drones from Atlantis. Yeah. Oh, Cheops. Too far, Cheops. Yeah, just bounce in between characters, see if anything's sold. No torps attractive memes. Yeah, you don't want to REA yourself. That is the worst thing with that trait from the legendary Daredevil. It does a lot of damage, but if you're too close when it goes off, you'll nuke yourself. Just have to be careful. Okay, nothing is sold yet. Yeah, attack pattern Nick. Yeah. Poor Nicholas. He's not even here, and he's getting all the love. Dude, you just did a Tholian Red Alert. You're never gonna do the Borg one again. Exactly. Like, spread the word. People, do the Tholian Red Alert. It is so much faster. Tholian power. I was gonna check on this character. I completely forgot that a couple months ago I may have moved some crit severity and chance EWOs over to this character with the intention of selling them. And then I may or may not have completely forgotten I had them sitting here waiting. I want to get these posted. $366 million for a purple EWO crit DDoF? What? What? I am perfectly fine with that. No one is going to buy that at that price? Probably. But we're like another month at least out from the next promo event, most likely. So I have no issue being patient. Oh, I did want to see. I want to pick up a McKee Raider. What are the prices at? Yeah, so Tuesday we're getting a Lobby sale. All the Lobby ships should drop in price. And if you're looking to sell your Lobby for EC, don't buy a ship. Look at some of the trades, like Space Explorer's a gate gig. That trait usually sells at a better Lobby to EC rate. So just look at your other options for stuff that you could sell before just defaulting to a ship, because the ships are selling so horribly right now. I am going to post some ships up, though. I'm going to post 2 of these Vovins. Or whatever this trait is. Destructive Radiation, I think it is. Yeah. Get that posted for 40. $190. Oof. Okay. There's 2 cheap Vovins going up on the market. Or not Vovins, Advanced Obelisk, the tier 5 version. So if you want the tier 5, there's some cheap ones. Enjoy. It'll probably be 20% off Lobby sale. Same as what we normally see whenever there's a new Lockbox edition. Yeah, everyone suddenly has Lobby to spend? Absolutely. Yeah, everyone's got a ton of Lobby now. Okay, let's get out of this build. They haven't done a 50% sale in over 3 years. I don't think we're getting the 50% Lobby sale again. In theory, how much Lobby would we need next week to get all the items? You know, Pepsi, I think when I bought out all the space items on this character, I think I spent... It was like 6 or 7k, you know, just getting all the items from the space items tab. The issue is that the Lobby items, so many of them are just, they're dated. They're not really that good nowadays. That's something, you know, if I'm Deca, you know, the Lobby system, that's something that they financially benefit from. That's an incentive to go and engage with the gambling systems. I think spending a little bit of time on the systems side, buffing up those older Lobby items, the older Lobby sets, that'd probably be of great benefit to them financially in the long term. I think I'm probably going to do a video going over the sets here. That won't happen. Probably not, but I think there's a few things that we can try and push them towards doing. Once they start engaging with us. That's the big thing. Yeah, we'll have some new lobby items here on Tuesday. That's what that teaser was for earlier. Some lower decks costumes, one of which is Mark Twain. No comment on the other. And I would expect probably some Moopsy or Badgie stuff. Planning on a Typhoon Theorycraft video? Yes, I am still planning on that. Based on enough people said they wanted to see it that I'll get something knocked out. Check the leaks Discord. I have heard rumblings that there may be other costume pieces from the recent seasons. There you go. Got lobby traits for myself. I haven't heard anything about new lobby traits. I've only heard costume stuff. One of which, was just announced today. Well, not fully announced, but, they hinted at it. Okay, let's do some more content. We're going to go away from Omega. I know people get tired of the Omega stuff. You know what? I'm going to give you guys an opportunity. Whatever content I get, it's up to you guys. One of you just queued for Days of Doom. Lower decks. Map transfer. Oh, I swapped ships in space. Rip. The Delkino's a better ship, but the Legendary Scimitar, I mean, it's that nostalgic feeling. The Scimitar used to be like the best ship. Oh, that's convenient. Hell yeah. 2 assimilators in the same... That's... I didn't expect that. I I literally queued up for randoms and it puts me in like the best thing it could have done.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
Done. Additional data is available.
Now I got hazard up to their cutting my complex off. Okay.
The Netite probes can repair the transport. Stop that.
My weapons want to fire?
Surrender your vessel and prepare for assimilation.
Things just did not want to go off there. This is a very weird match. That's the best way I can describe this.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
Hull integrity below 75%. 4 shields.
Activate abilities. Jeez, you guys see like how many times it's taking for stuff to go off? Ugh. There we go.
Failing.
Sensors confirm
that was a great random TFO.
However, our scans of the starbase are still being disrupted. We will need to send an away team there to look for survivors.
Where's the random box? It didn't give me a random. Or am I missing it here? It did. Okay, I'm just blind. I have too much stuff in my inventory. Okay, just ignore me. Mox, how's it going? But look at that. Beautiful. Now I can get an isomag piece. You know, I can get whatever I want here. I'm gonna go subspace. Those have been worth a bit more recently. And it gave me 2. Yeah, I got that content creator RNG. It puts me right into the perfect content. You see, I put myself out there, and the game respected that I took that risk, and it put me into the correct content. Escorting Harry Kim through Jeffrey's tubes or playing Coliseum? Probably Coliseum. Oh, both are painful, but I feel like Coliseum is just the longer overall time investment. Fleet Norway is the budget Delkina. Yeah, but between the Scimitar and Delkina, the Delkina is better. Delkina is the better ship. Yeah, Pepsi, I saw that. You know, with the epic tokens, it sucks. Like, I've got 19 of them here, but that's because I opened a lot of Phoenix packs, and because in the entire time this epic Phoenix token's been a thing, I've had nothing to use them on. You know, the only thing I can ever do with these is downgrade them. I did see the preferential treatment, though, and the thing is, I've opened many thousands of packs and had, you know, points where I don't get many, and sometimes I do get lucky. It's all RNG, and believe me, I wish the game was nicer to me, you know, with regards to the RNG, but it isn't. Okay, I have 614 of these Borg neural processors. I'm going to convert these real quick to some dilithium because surprisingly I don't have too much dilithium ore right now on this character. Wrong button. Graded marks. Get all that dilithium right there. Beautiful. There we go. There's some more dilithium ore to keep me covered for a bit. Yeah. Let's see, did I get lucky with that? Why do I'm always opening the wrong window in this game. Okay, so engineering, advanced engineering console, hangar craft. First one, nope. Second one, nope. Apparently I had enough for a third. Okay, so I got screwed over on all of them. I mean, there are ways. I mean, if you're a lifetime member, you know, you've got access to the person that can do 1,000 extra every other day. You can go to your Fleet Dill mine. Get an extra 500 a day there. Like, there are ways to refine a little bit extra, but the main approach to go for is to just um, you know, spread out your activities and do stuff on a bunch of different characters. Like, if I want to go get dilithium and I want to farm it in the game, not spend money, the reason I have all these characters is because I've got them all set up. So if I want to do contraband turn-ins on them, I can do that. If I want to do Admiralty, I can do that. And there's ways to optimize your Admiralty routine. I don't know if Kraust is here, but like Kraust and a few others, they've got their stuff nailed down pretty well where they can get it, get through it really fast. Just focus on getting as many of the lithium rewarding missions as you can. Set your filter up in here so it's showing you, for me, what I do is I set it to tier 6 because I've just got so many of these ships that it'll be quick, and then I can just go through and spam click a bunch of ships. That's how some people get their resources in the game. Just doing this here. Yeah, I mean, it works. Admiralty is really, really effective for getting resources. It's just that it has that large introductory cost because you need to have so many ships on your account. But this is, this is a way for you to generate EC, to generate dilithium. It's just, it's a time sink. So you have to evaluate if that's something you want to do. Is it something that's going to burn you out? But, Proust and others, I used to go through this myself. You can go in and you can farm the lithium. You can get, most things in this game completely free to play if you want. And Admiralty, contraband, they're great ways to do that. It's just, they do take time. I'm going to start up some other missions here. Other ones. Martin. The lifetime auto refining alone can end up saving you on days you might not be able to refine on. Yeah. I try to keep up the Ferengi Admiralty for the dill bonus on all my characters too. Yeah, I used to be accused of botting because of all the contraband rotations I would do. LOC not much, just casually playing the game. Yeah, but if you have like 60 characters, it can get tedious.
Oh, what's the harm in a little friendly
Usually most of my characters are sitting next to a security officer on Quonos, Luram, or DS9. And then I just use them for contraband turn-ins and also, for doing stuff like this. Like, I don't really do this much anymore.
How are you gonna
But
spend your
this
winnings?
is, again, this is a perfectly viable way to go in and farm resources. Nowadays, if I want dilithium or Zen, I'll just put money in. But honestly, like,
Oh,
on days where I have a little bit of extra time, I should be doing this. Because, like, you can get so many resources from this. Like, you can get EC, dilithium, even DOS from doing Admiralty. DOS that you can contribute to your fleet to get some fleet credits. It's just super time consuming, absolutely. That's where you have to evaluate if that's something, you're willing to deal with. Resident Shock is the Pavan Omni proc, absolutely, yeah. Thomas, welcome back. Yeah, I always maintain a little bit of contraband in the reserves. Most of my characters should have at least half a stack on them right now. And in my bank, how much do I have? Not as much as I used to have, but that's 23 stacks of contraband right there. Was that 6-7K? 1K ROM tech upgrade you need to use? Well, I think we have an upgrade weekend incoming, so yeah, there's a lot of benefits to the Admiralty system. It is tedious. Yeah, the Sally Ride ship, yeah. A lot of catnip, indeed. Need to craft a couple more batteries while I'm here. Get some deuterium rolling. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, next month will be the Halloween event. November should be the final part of the event campaign for PC. And then, yeah, December would be the winter event. I'm curious to see what we get for the winter event. They've had some interesting ships the past couple of years. And the event ships this year obviously have been something else. So I look forward to seeing what the winter ship is. Yeah. Robert, you want to join my fleet? Feder KDF. I think I mean, both events, they have a lot going on. It's just, I think after a couple years, people start to get bored of the events they offer. Like for me, I barely engage with the winter or summer events. I do the daily and then I'm off the map. Green Dread. 50% off Disco Inferno bundle. Yeah, I mean, if you're going out with the sign, you may as well do 75. Yeah, I think a little, like, they don't have to do an in-depth roadmap, but I think it probably wouldn't hurt them to just release something, saying, hey, the Halloween event's coming up, next month, just a really brief roadmap. And maybe include a sale or two. Like, people have been asking about the Muds bundles. Tell us that there's going to be like a super special Muds bundle sale, at this date. Give us enough heads up that people can get ready for it, financially prepare for it, things like that. I just, in general, I think roadmaps are good. Most games do them. This game has done them in the past. I mean, they gave us one even earlier this year. I don't think it hurts. Martin, thank you for stopping by, man. And again, thank you for the 20 gifted. Much appreciated. Take care. That's the calendar. Yeah, the calendar was cool. Okay, what build do you guys want me to go in? You want me to go Scimitar, Bug Ship, Beam Overload, Excelsior, the EPG Talaru I was in initially? What do you guys want? What do you guys want to see? My Shrike is currently in the dry dock. I literally dry docked it last night. Torps. The budget. I don't have the D7 up to date. A lot of people are saying, I see Beam Overload, Rapid Fire. I don't have a Rapid Fire setup going, and Rapid Fire sucks even worse than Beam Overload, and you know that. Each of you saying Cannon Rapid Fire knows that can't, you know that it sucks even more than Beam Overload sucks. Okay, I'm hearing Excelsior Beam Overload. high yield torp build. You guys know what a torp build looks like. Because single target sucks. Go use a cannon rapid fire setup and then swap over to cannon scatter volley. Do the same TFOs, the same content with both builds. You will very quickly forget that cannon rapid fire ever existed, and every time you think about going back over to it, you'll quickly swap back over, quickly run away from it. Chell, I'm getting mixed results. See a torp build. I don't have an eagle set up. Most of my torp stuff right now, the issue with that is most of my torp stuff is like set up for either solo or like specialized roles. But yeah, I'm getting mixed results. Some people say torp, some people say beam overload. Here's a torp build on the sticks. Okay, we'll do a run with the we'll do the torps for a run, then we'll go to beam overload. Because those were like the two things I saw pop up in chat the most. Okay. You know, let's see the torp shine. Here. I'm going to do a public queue for Cure and Kittimer. Both elite. Whatever pops first goes. What is the point? Making every build CSV or fire at will? Does it not get boring? You know, sometimes it can get a bit boring, but it's going into the content, and especially like if you're not in a team environment or if you're going into something solo or in a pug, like if you go in with beam overload, cannon rapid fire, you're just asking for a painful experience. Of course, I'm out of aux spots here. Terrible.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Oh, I already messed that up. Everything here is dead. Waiting for torp cooldowns.
We are the bulwark.
I don't have a power sharp right now, but this feels bad. Okay. Big group of enemies over here. I thought I clicked off before hitting that. No. I'm so rusty with torp piloting and activations. I don't have CF on the targets, no torps resetting. I dislike torps because I'm too casual for them. That's the answer. There's something alive over here. Oh, there's multiple things alive.
Resistance is futile.
This thing's dead. I'm not gonna burn a CF on it. Yeah, the purple console's the graviton displacer. Yeah, it's just torpedoes like the micromanagement. Like if I'm not like practiced at that point with the timing on it, it can be a bit rough. That's torpedoes. What was the parse? Garbage. Okay. Different build. Terrible chill. I'm a torp boat noob. Do you have to click on the torp you want to fire after activating spread? If I want to have the maelstrom go, that's why I have them not on auto fire and have them on the keybinds like that. Like if I'm not, if I haven't piloted a torp boat in a little bit and I'm trying to do manual timing, it's rough. It takes a little bit of warm up to get back into it. Okay, we're gonna do one more TFO here with me in the legendary Excelsior on a beam overload setup because people want to see pain. Then I'm gonna be cutting things off. This food is done. Yeah, if you want to join the fleet, Robert, just shoot me a message on Discord if you can, and or drop your character name and that handle and what faction you're on in here, and we'll get you an invite sorted. It breaks your immersion to see SRO. I bet. It's good. Yeah, it's just torps are micromanagement, and I just can't be bothered to deal with that all the time. Like when you're really dialed in on torps, you can do some crazy stuff, but you can do auto fire with torps. That's fine. People do that, and they're still able to get respectable numbers. But if you're really looking to push torps, you want to do just really want to have that micromanagement. Got so many. Like I'm gonna show a video quick of a like a dialed in torp run. So many videos on here. So yeah, this is like when you're dialed in with torps, like it's like this. Let me go back. Like it's a lot of ability timing. It's just heavy micromanagement, and I just, especially having dealt with that the past couple of years, I just cannot be bothered to do torps anymore. It's just the level of micromanagement just it sucks. You know, making sure you're firing the high yield or the torp spread off, you know, hitting the right one whenever you need it. It just it's rough. I don't miss dealing with that, and I am very glad to be on do setups where there is still micromanagement, but it's not at this level. Oh, the shields really screwed me over there. Yeah, that run right there, I was like 2.6. Micromanagement. Ain't got time for it. Okay. We're going to do one quick TFO here with the beam overload setup. That's terrible, me saying quick and then all the options are longer TFOs. You know, Crystalline Catastrophe. Crystalline Catastrophe Advanced Public Queue. 10-player TFO. Let's get some beam overload action going on in there. Baby Sab, yes. If Fire at Will was in a better position, Fire at Will would be a bit more competitive, but right now with the nerfs they've done for Fall, it's rough. I'd run beams if Fall was good. I'd love to run some Fall setups again. I just don't want to deal with the current limitations. Robert, okay. I'll get you after this. Everyone get that pop for Crystalline Catastrophe Advance, public queue. Okay. Another thing too, while we're waiting for this to go, whenever it decides to, there it goes. But there's a giveaway up on the CasualSAB Discord going up right now. This is a PC only giveaway. Did it not go? I'll fix it after this TFO. But there's going to be a giveaway up on the CasualSAB Discord here. I'll get it sorted after this TFO. Or is it working for you guys? Okay, it's working. It's a giveaway for a tier 5 obelisk for those of you interested. That's got the console on it for the obelisk set. Also interesting for, you know, maybe some tank builds out there. There we go. Good job, everyone. Got through that really fast. Look at that lag right there. That premium STO stuttering. Okay, Robert, let me get you an invite quick. There's some beam overload action for you guys. Gonna swap and get this invite done. If anyone else is looking for a fleet on PC, Fed or KDF, I do happen to have one. It's called the Breakfast Club. Everything's fully tier 5, maxed out. You have instant store access. Promotions don't really happen because like all ranks 1 through 4 are basically the same, just a name change. But yeah, as soon as you join the fleet rank 1, you've got store access. I really do not care about locking that behind a paywall or whatever. Hey, Robert, you should have that invite. But yeah, everything's maxed out. In a fully built out armada. Yeah. If you're looking for a fleet, Fed or KDF, just hit me up on Discord and I can get you sorted on PC. Again, that giveaway is live over in the CasualSAB Discord. It is in the giveaways channel. And that is for a tier 5 advanced obelisk. This is for PC only. And the winner will be drawn in about an hour. But I am going to cut things off here. Thank you to everyone that stopped in today. And I will be doing another stream this Tuesday, checking out the new content and, you know, any new Lobby stuff, Lockbox stuff they put in. You know, I'll try to take a look at what I can. But as I said the other day, I have no intention on getting the Nova 1. I just don't think it's worth the money. Yep, no problem. Okay. Thanks for stopping in, guys. I'll see you guys around.